Rolando Bedoya fumbled the bag for us last week, so unfortunately we take an L on the lock of the night prediction, and that brings our record now to 73-23 on the year for lock of the night predictions for a plus 21.38 units and 4% ROI. I just want to quickly just throw out there, I said it on the full breakdown podcast already, I don't have the regular setup in terms of my mic. I sold it recently as I'm looking to downgrade slightly to make my recording experience a little bit better. And also the timing of the audio and video might be slightly off. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I get through this equipment transition period to give you guys better quality videos and most importantly, better quality sound as well. Let's get right into the top 3 lock of the night predictions. I'm not going to blabber on too much about plugs and all that other stuff. MMA Fight Archive, link in the description below. 7-day free trial. Check it out. All right. Top three lock of the night candidates that I have for you guys for this weekend. If you're looking to find out who I actually ended up going with, you can find that strictly on my personal Patreon, link in the description below. First candidate up, Farid Basharat, minus 350, a little bit chalky here, but this kid has been looking unstoppable. 10-0 at this point in time. Had a spectacular UFC debut against Manon Blackshear, which looks great now compared to how Blackshear has been looking, or at least based upon how Blackshear has been looking as of late. But slick striking, stick boxing, very good distance management as well, great durability, and the best trait, mixing in his takedowns behind his striking. And I feel if he can weather the early storm of Clayton Rodriguez, who's very powerful, energetic, and fast early in his fights, I think the step up in weight class for Rodriguez will come back to bite him in the ass. And I think we'll see Basharat be able to wear on him, drag him into deep waters, possibly finish him late, maybe win a decision. But regardless, minus 350, again, chalky. But I feel like it's more than worthy here for a guy like Farid Basharat. Second candidate up for the lock of the night prediction is going to be Taylor Lapilus, who makes his return to the UFC after being out of the company for over 8 years or 7 years at this point in time. 7-1 since leaving, is it 7-1? I feel like it was a different number. Yes, 7-1 since leaving the UFC. His only loss came to... it's escaping my mind as of right now. I'm sure that, 7-1. He's defeated guys like Josh Hill, Nate Maness, Marcos Breno, and Wilson Hayes. He's won the Aries FC and TKO titles in that time as well. He's looked great. He looks very good. His only loss in that time was Dennis Levetri and Nev. I might be butchering his name, but a very high-level grappler, high-level wrestler. Lapilus is going up against a hot prospect, former Cage Warriors champion as well, and Cowlin Lorraine. But I think that this might be too big of a step up for Lorraine. I feel like he needs a little bit more grooming on the regional scene before jumping into the UFC. His originally scheduled opponent was probably a good matchup for him, but a guy like Lapilus, who's going to have the range on him, who's going to have the speed and probably the power advantage as well, I think that will allow Lapilus to touch him up from distance, keep moving, stay off the grappling, stay away from the slower moving style of Lorraine, and possibly even knock him out in the latter half of this matchup. But I'd like Lapilus as well, which is why he's probably, or not probably, he is my second lock of the night candidate that I have for you guys. And the final lock of the night candidate is going to be the co-main event, where we got a Manon Fiorot going up against Rose Namajunas, minus 200 on Fiorot. Big step up in competition for Fiorot, but also, speaking of steps up, Rose Namajunas going up a weight class here, trying to rebound after a title-losing effort against Carla Esparza last year. I think Fiorot's footwork and her technical striking advantage is going to be a little bit too much for Rose here. Rose, she has the jiu-jitsu advantage, so if she's able to successfully get this fight to the ground, she could have success there. However, I think she's going to struggle in doing that. I think there's going to be an obvious strength advantage in Fiorot's favor, but not to mention anytime Rose tries to close the distance for a takedown, we'll see Fiorot pivot off, cut angles, or even land big strikes of her own to kind of keep Rose from, consistently closing that distance and trying to get takedowns. And not to mention the mental of Rose is always a big wild card, always a big question mark, and I feel like this is a bad matchup for her to try to come back to, not just coming up a division, but off of such a long layoff and after such a very goose egg of a performance against Carla Esparza last time around. So Manon Fiorot is the final lock of the night prediction candidate that I have for UFC Paris. Again, quick recap. Farid Basharat, minus 350. Taylor Lapilus, -175, and Manon Fiorot at -200. Which one did I pick? You can find out by checking it out on the Patreon, link in the description below. And I'll be back later this evening to drop the top 3 dog of the night predictions that I have for you guys. See you guys then. Peace.